Hello and welcome back to the Research Analyst series of NISM. So let's start the next chapter. The next chapter we have is primary responsibilities of a research analyst. That is 1.2. So as stated before, research analysts' primary role is to understand and evaluate the growth of industries and companies. Let us briefly look into the aspects which the research analyst explore while evaluating industries, companies, and/or economies. So understanding economy, what is economy? British economist John Maynard Keynes, who lived from 1883 to 1946, believed that governments could change economic performance of its industries by adjusting tax rates and government spending. Therefore, as growth depends to a great extent on the economic environment, it becomes important for an analyst to understand the economy. For this, the following are the focus areas. First is changes in various macroeconomic factors like national income, inflation, interest rate, and unemployment rate. Then we have is fiscal and monetary policies and their impact on the economy. Then we have is flows from foreign direct investment, that is FDI, and foreign portfolio investors, that is FPIs. Next one we have is savings and investment patterns. Last point is global factors that impact the GDP growth based on export and import transactions. We shall know more about economic analyst in chapter 5, understanding industry. Different industries face different challenges and opportunities. Their growth drivers could be significantly different. Accordingly, research analysts need to understand thoroughly the regulatory environment prevalent in the industry, business models, competition, operating factors, sensitivity of demand to price changes, consumers' behavior, etc. We shall explore the methods for industry analysis using various tools and techniques in Chapter 6. Understanding companies. Rahul Dravid and Virendra Sehwag were both great batsmen but were very different players. Their statistics in terms of strike rate and so on, and their style, defensive and aggressive, are very different from each other. If one asks who would perform better, then a deeper analysis of the pitch, game type, and the opposition's team's bowling strength may help us answer the question, although only with probability and not with certainty. Just as in the case of players' statistics and style, companies in the same industry may vary significantly in their approach towards business. Based on their styles, product configuration, business model, customer segment, their financials could also vary dramatically. Accordingly, companies are also studied by analysts in two dimensions, qualitatively and quantitatively. Qualitative understanding is more about understanding why a particular business is better when compared to its peers. What are the strengths and weaknesses of the business model? How qualified and capable the management is, so on. Quantitative understanding would be more mathematical in nature. In this, analysts try to understand the balance sheets and profit and loss statements of last few years, cash flows, assets and liabilities, and so on. We shall look at both the approaches, qualitative and quantitative, of company analysis in great details in chapters 7 and 8 respectively. So here we can see there are two types of companies, like we can say qualitative and quantitative. There are two types of dimensions, right? Qualitative and quantitative. So this is the type of dimension we will be studying about the companies, and there are few more factors here. Understanding the economy. So there are some different factors which may influence the economy of of a country, right? Like changes in various microeconomic factors, fiscal and monetary policies, flows from FDI and FPIs, savings and investment patterns, and global factors also. So these are the primary responsibilities of the research analyst. Like first we have to understand the economy, then they have to understand the industry, and then they have to understand the company. So for example, in understanding the economy, they have to look at the world level overview of all countries. Then by going deep into the research, then they have to understand the industry in which the company is working.